Good afternoon. I am Myles Sergé, alongside with my co-host D-KNOX and one of our special guests today, who said he would join us, and I'm glad he is, Mr. Roberto Ingram. And welcome to MS Live. How are you today?
Man, you sounded like I just lost my train of thought when the way that introduction. It was some old cartoon, man, from the early 80s. No good news is good news without Gary. Good news.
Yeah, basically. I got a shirt a couple of weeks ago when my coworkers got it for my birthday. And she's like, what? I was like, yo, I want a Great Space Coaster t-shirt, and I found it, so I have it. So yeah, Gary Gadoo, man.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, you're getting better and better and better and better and better and better. You got to get finding your own personality, baby.
Oh, for sure. Again, welcome to MS Live. Thank you for joining us today. Since we're here, let's get some business out the way. If you like what you see, you support us, all three of us, please like, share, and subscribe to that channel. And while you're there, hit that notification bell. It puts us in the algorithms, pushes the show so people can see that we're doing stuff, and it helps us in the long run. And hopefully one day we'll have enough viewers to hopefully monetize this thing and it can pay for itself. So like, share, subscribe to that channel. Also, today might be an exception, but if you don't want to see our faces because you don't like how we look or it's an issue or something, I totally get that. You can also listen to us without our faces on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. We are there. Check us out. And also subscribe to those too, so you have notifications when the new audio is posted up. So make sure you do that. You can also follow us on Instagram at MS Live with D-KNOX. That is MS Live with D-KNOX on Instagram. We're also on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Myles Sergé. So check us out there. And this has been a crazy thing for us because we still haven't gotten email. So I think that means you like us. You don't hate us. We encourage hate mail. We've also said we're going to put Roberto in charge of that. So this is the guy on the screen that is going to answer all the hate mail right there, Roberto Ingram. But email us and let us know how we're doing, suggestions for shows, any problems you have with us, or just for some support. You can email us at mslivewithdknox@gmail.com. That is mslivewithdknox@gmail.com. So, that being said, today we are excited for our next guest. If you don't know who she is, I don't know where the hell you've been for the past 15 or 20 years under a rock. I don't have no effing clue, but you should know. This lady, she is one of the dopest producers, one of the hottest DJs. Not hot because she's always been hot as a DJ. She's perfect, but she's just nice and she's a good person, and she agreed to, come and join us today. So let's bring to the stage, people, Miss Cinthie.
That was a very nice introduction.
Yeah, we try to do it, How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good. I have a bit of a blocked nose because of being too much in air conditioned, but I hope you can all understand me okay.
Yes.
Yes, but otherwise I'm doing great. I hope you do great too.
Yeah, well, I think I'm good. I can't speak for the rest of these yahoos, but I'm sure.
No. I feel you, Cinthie. This past weekend, I had, because temperature changed quick. It was like hot and cold. I was kind of stuffy as well.
Yeah, it's up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you all look happy. So.
Thank you. You do too.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you've been following us, the show, if you haven't, I don't know if you have or not, but we tend to make titles for each episode. And with that being said, episode number 22, Elevation with Cinthie.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I like the little jingles.
Yeah, it's really special.
Do you have them on a MIDI keyboard and you just,
Well, yeah, I have this Rode podcaster mixing board that has the
right?
keys
like
and stuff I can hit things on. So yeah.
It's very cool. I like it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some drops made for each of us individually, so I can be like, yeah, Roberto. So like that.
Hey,
Oh, you see that? I didn't know that. I didn't know. So, I know for a fact that you just came back. You're kind of off tour. You were on a tour the past couple of weeks, correct?
Yes. I mean, I'm always kind of touring, so to say. I mean, I play almost every weekend, and yeah, but the summer has been quite wild. It's because then there's this Ibiza season, and then there's lots of festivals. They already start on a Thursday, so to the gigs on a Friday and Saturday. I had also a couple of gigs like during the week, and yes, but now I think next week I go to the US, and then after I have another quite heavy weekend with 3 gigs, but then after I'm back to normal.
Okay, that's
Yeah, so finally some studio time.
okay. So my first question to you today, with all the touring and everything you do, how do you manage to balance being a DJ, a producer, a mother?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's something else you do, but how do you find the time to manage all this with this crazy busy schedule?
Yeah, you forgot the record store and the label I also have.
And the record store. So tell us.
Which is called Elevate, so it's
Right,
really
yeah.
fits the theme, yeah.
Exactly. So how do you do it?
I have to say it's when I work very structured. And I think that's something you need in this business. I mean, of course, you also party, you stay out late, but I think without a little bit of a schedule, it doesn't really work. And I think it's really good that I have a daughter, because it brings me some kind of a routine during the week, because I need to get up early and get her ready for school. I mean, now she's almost 16, she can get ready herself, but of course I want to get up and want to bring her on a good mood so she has a good day at school, or a good day in general. And so I mean, I'm quite structured, but I have to say, the last 2 or 3 months with the kind of the summer season, I barely made it to the studio, and I miss it a lot. And with the shop, I have my husband helping me a lot, so so everything is like possible for me to do. But I have to say, I'm looking forward to be back in the studio and just be really creative and stuff.
Right. So, with that being said, I mean, like ideally, like how often would you want to be in the studio?
I would love to go there at least like 3 or 4 times per week.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot, I know, but I like to go 5-6 hours, because then I can really work like with full concentration. Everything that's longer, it's a plus, but I have to say, once I get hungry, my concentration is going away. Yeah. So no, but I love to go early, at 9 o'clock or something, and then trying to be back at a reasonable time to maybe also have a lunch with the family, and also after I can do some stuff at home, and also maybe a little bit of sports.
Okay.
Yeah. But sometimes when creativity hits, of course, I can also stay a bit longer. But I would say the average time for me is like 5 or 6 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I couldn't do. Well, me, I that's dope that you're scheduled like that. Like you're just struggling to do that. I just go when I think I have an epiphany. Like, oh, yeah, I gotta go make something. Like I don't have a structure. Like me personally, I don't know about the rest of these guys, but I don't have a structure at all. It's just like I can go months without making music. Yeah. And just one day it's like, you know what I mean? And that's all I'm there. I'm locked in for until I get the project done. And after that, it could be like 5 months before I do anything else. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, and honestly, I took on some remix work during the summer, but I totally underestimated the travel time and stuff. And
Yep.
And I mean, I had some studio days, but then I tried to give my best. Or I was working on tour on the computer. But then, I had a situation when a friend of mine wrote me and was like, "How's it going with the remix?" And I was like, "Oh shit, I totally forgot about it." And I'm like a panic, looking for the sense of, yeah, it's almost done, And I'm like, shit, how is this possible? And this is something I hate, when you travel so much, and then usually I write everything down so I know what I have to work on, but that completely slipped through. And I was like, yeah, it's almost ready. And then I was like, shit, hope I can find the stamps again. And luckily I did. But it was a good day. I had a good creativity flow, so I could crank it out in 2 days. And yeah, he liked it a lot, so which was really good. I was like, my God, mamma
Yeah,
mia.
Wow. hmm
that's cool.
It is
Yeah,
quite challenging, it seems like, because, okay, I guess if you could, like you said, manage and balance how you know shift and move, and you have a handle on that, then you can get in the
yeah,
studio. But I saw, I think it was the last year, you're just
yeah,
in the studio, bam, 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 and
yeah.
to be able to get that done with confidence and resilience. I mean, that's really, it could take a toll on you, huh?
Yeah, I know, but I love it. It's really. I always see it as kind of my safe space in the studio because I have no distraction with the phone and with other people, and I'm just there on my own. And it's like with everything that's going on in the world right now. It's really a space where I can be creative, and also as a musician, you can all put all your thoughts and stuff into your music, and which is really nice. So it's kind of calming me a lot. So for me, it's not so much stress or work. For me, it's more like, I mean, my husband is always saying, when I come home from the tour and I feel stressed, or he thinks I'm stressed, he's like, go to the studio, that's your holiday. And yeah, it's true. It's almost like a holiday for me. And
Mm.
yeah, I love to be creative, and I love to try out new things and stuff. But yeah, definitely for next year, I'm not gonna take any like work on for the summertime because I think I learned the lesson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. You say that the studio is it's a vacation basically.
yeah,
That is nice. First of all, I always want to say thank you again
yeah.
for loaning me your gear the first time I did some work in Mark Hawkins' studio,
Oh,
which is in
of
the
course,
same
anytime. Yeah,
building as yours, a
yeah,
few floors up.
yeah.
The DX you loaned and a few
Oh,
pieces,
yeah,
so that
yeah.
helped
You
that
made
day.
some good tracks with it. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because I didn't want to only work on his computer. I
Mm,
wanted to, do like I do here and
yeah,
touch everything. So
yeah. So much nicer than just like scrolling around with the mouse.
yeah, yeah. So thank you for that. Are you still in that studio space, the same
Uh,
building?
yeah. I'm still there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm going
You
there
know.
this weekend.
Okay. Do you wait? There is Mark still there in the same building, or?
Mark's in the same spot. He's right next to Alexander Kowalski. The
Kowalski.
same,
Yeah.
yeah, right on
Nice.
the same floor.
Yeah.
He
There's some
hasn't.
nice people
He
in there.
does have like a somebody he shares it with now though. Some guy
Sorry.
from New York.
Who?
I don't remember the guy's name, but he said some guy he's sharing the studio space with. Mark is.
Ah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh. A good question, but it wasn't Adam X or something, right?
No, some other guy from New York, but it's not Adam X or any of those
Oh,
those
okay.
people from Sonic Groove.
I don't
But
know. To be honest, I haven't seen Mark in a long time. I don't know. I think since the COVID, he was also like stepping back a little bit with his like
yeah, he was a bit of a
social
worry
life,
word when it
like
happened.
many of us did. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, but like I said, thank you because that was we busted out 8 tracks in like 2 days,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
they all came out. And then I went back. I kept going back over there to
Yeah.
work on some
Yeah.
more houseier stuff because when I'm making house tracks, I want to hear like I can't do that here in this room.
Yeah.
So it's better when I actually do it where the studio is. And I can
Yeah.
hear it on the loudspeakers and
Yeah.
stuff.
That's
So
so much better. I think that's also the reason why I don't have the studio at home. I mean, it would be super convenient because also the record store is next door, to my flat, and it would be nice maybe to one day have everything here, but then on the other side, do I really want to deal with neighbors and they're complaining, and then you have to do a base cut and it sounds like a wet fart to kick, and no. So it's good to have it's good to have the studio.
Yeah, I love you. I told you she's good.
You can beep that out if that's not allowed to say.
No, I love it. Hey, it's humorous. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it at all. I just wanted to apologize really quick, Myles. That I found out what the noise was.
Oh,
was it from you?
Yeah, it was it was in my sound card is on the chat line, so I disconnected. I just figured it out just now.
Okay.
I heard it. I said,
yeah, I mean, I didn't have any.
Where is it coming from? It's coming back.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, okay. I know we're hearing something, but you know, the management will talk to you later, Mr.
Your day will come, my friend.
Hey, man, I just literally got a text from the management, and they said, "Yeah, Roberto on notice."
The management is lucky. I apologize, or you would have never known who it was.
This is management thing. You've seen the trailer. That's real. It's not fake. They think it's me. It's not me. It's a real management behind the scenes type thing. You know what I mean? And you know, you seen what they did to Jimmy Kimmel. I mean,
this poor guy.
There's no joke. This is a real deal thing. You know, I got the text that said, "Yo, put Roberto on notice." So I'm like, okay.
Put his ass on mute. Put his ass on mute.
So that's what happens, you know.
Well,
oh God.
All right.
By the way, where do you guys meet? Back in Kalamazoo, or yeah?
Can I go? I'll go first.
Yes.
I met Donnell through Kiko. So there was a friend of mine named Kiko from Grand Rapids. He used to record under Kiko Man, and he did some releases on Missile,
I also know him,
Deep Fried. Yeah, so he's from Grand Rapids, and that's how I met him, and we started DJing and stuff like that. But through him, he used to tell me like, "Yo, it's these guys in Kalamazoo, Donnell, Jay, Chance, I think, and Fanan." And they met. I don't know how they met, but I met Donnell through Kiko.
Okay.
And I think the first time I played, y'all was dressed up. It was before y'all played with Moby.
Okay.
So it was something y'all played at somewhere in Kalamazoo, and we went, and they were dressed up in like hazmat suits, and they had all the gear on the stage, and they were playing, you know. And then after that, he was like, "Yo, this is Donnell," and we just clicked. So ever since then, I've been doing with Donnell since then. And Roberto, I met Roberto at Free Rotation.
Okay.
So I think it was my second year there, and then he was playing, and he was in the tent. He was killing it. I was like, "Who's this guy? I've never seen him before." And so that's how I know. And ever since then, you know, and I moved to England and stuff. So I've been knowing them since Roberto since then. But yeah, that was the first time I met these people. So
okay, nice.
And then I forgot how I met you, but I know we met.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah,
I do know the last time I seen you though.
Yeah.
The last time I seen you, you played in Detroit.
Yeah, that's definitely what I remember. We had pizza.
Yeah. So we went to some place and we had pizza, but that night you played, that was also the last night I seen Mike Huckabee.
Yeah, I was also thinking about that. Yeah, because he came to the party, right? Yeah.
And I kicked myself for that night. I was like, "Yo, I haven't seen Mike in forever."
Yeah.
Because I was running into him everywhere, like overseas and stuff like that. Yeah. And I was mad because I should have did it, but I just felt like I don't want to feel like a fan, if that makes sense. So if everybody's listening to this, if there's any chance that you get and you want to meet somebody or talk to somebody or get a picture, don't ever not do it. Because that night I wanted to take a picture with Mike and I didn't.
Yeah.
Then fast forward months later, then he passed away, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's true. It's honestly, I always have the same thoughts. It's also, I mean, we all know it. Sometimes we are lazy on the couch and we feel like, oh, I'm not gonna do this or that, and then, or you're too shy or too whatever. But then it's like, yeah, life is too short. You never know. You see a person you really admire and you're too shy to say that, and then 2, 3, 4 months later,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was a good night. I was very happy he came. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. It was good. She killed it as always. So I mean,
Thank you. No, that was really nice. Yeah.
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 And so, what you got, D? You look like you thinking about something.
I was going to tell you, I keep hearing this echo. Like when you guys are talking, I'm hearing like some feedback.
Yeah, it's somewhere. I don't know. I thought maybe it's not Roberto. It could just be like the connection or something. So
is it okay when I'm talking? Do you hear the same, like some echo?
No, I don't hear any echo at all. For me, the sound is perfect.
Okay, it's just something I'm hearing.
Yeah, I will say there's times that I've actually done the recording and I know I've heard something, but if you go back and listen to it, it's not even there. So
okay.
Now Roberto's like mute. I don't hear him anymore.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That you're right about that. I felt the same way. I've been doing this for a while and
talking to us or
no, I was checking my settings again. I'm checking the technique again. So make sure it wasn't me so the management don't come after me.
Now they're in his house.
Oh man!
I love this round of people.
Now when the lights go out, something's really good.
I could have made popcorn,
Yeah.
Throwing the balls to each other.
Very good. I'll give me some chips then. How about that? Get some taco chips.
Oh yeah.
Chips and dip, yeah. French onion dip.
Yeah. Oh right.
Cinthie, I wanted to ask you about your label, and how do you? When did you start it actually, and what is the philosophy behind the label?
You mean the Crystal Cruise label, or also
Yes.
the old label I had? The
old label. The old label you had. You were with another. You were working with another group of people, right?
Yeah, so we were like a collective, so to say,
Right.
and we started the label, but I actually had the idea to start it, and I was always like pushing things forward, but with the group, it's nice, but then also on the other side, you always everyone can decide what we're gonna do, and sometimes it's good, but sometimes on the other side, you also need a person who has the last word, who's saying, okay, we're gonna do it now.
Yeah,
Because otherwise it's too democratic, and someone wants this, someone wants that, which is nice, but then sometimes you don't really get to an end, and then sometimes it took us almost a year to have the next release ready, and that felt a bit like a drop of water on a hot stone. So and I had so many tracks which I wanted to release, so that's why I started the label, the Crystal Grooves label, and also the sub label. And I didn't release anything during the pandemic because the pressing times were too long. It took almost a year to get the pressing ready, and that's why I stopped it. And I just restarted last year. And I would say the philosophy is a bit like, obviously I'm known as a house DJ, but I like pretty much everything that's groovy. So it could also be like a groovy techno track, or could also be like a breakbeat. And I think when, especially when I do an artist EP, that people can also go out of their comfort zone, because sometimes I have the feeling that some people, they make music and they listen to the back catalog.
Thank you.
Or they have this idea in mind. It's like, oh, this is a house label, and yeah, she had some piano tracks.
Thank you.
Let's make some piano tracks. It's like, yeah, just do what you feel like, rather than just trying to fit the label, because I think the best tracks are made when you just let the creativity flow, and not how can I say that? Yeah, some people, that just want to sound like the rest of the label, but then at some point it's not sticking out, and that means I might not pick the tracks because they have to be a bit like outstanding. Yeah.
Well, they probably trying to. You think they're trying to please you as the label owner, or?
Yeah, but I hear this a lot from people. I'm also talking a lot to artists, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I just want to have a release here and there." So, I mean, what's a popular label? Whatever. Let's say Running Back from Gert Jansen, for example, and it's, I'm gonna make a track like this and that, so it really fits like the label, and it's like, yeah, this is nice, but then, I can also imagine that Gert wants to have something different. A good track is a good track, and it doesn't have to be declared as house or something.
I love that you say that. I really love that you say that. Really, that's really, and maybe that clarity is a must because their perception, and maybe this is something that you need to get out there, because I like that. I like that open-mindedness, and would you want to be challenged? You want to be challenged as well, right?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that. I love artists that challenge me.
Yeah. And then also, I mean, if you listen to the 500s piano house track, you're like, my God, it's getting really boring. And I'm like, is there no other instrument around? I mean, just use something else.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the philosophy of the label. And also, I think what's really important is, I always also go by the vibes. Let's say someone is sending me like a bomb track, but the person is an asshole, so I'm definitely not releasing it. I'm more like, okay, I have to really vibe with the person, and I think that's also another point of the philosophy of the label. Yeah.
It's been happening quite a bit. You get bomb tracks and people are assholes.
Sorry?
You mentioned that you might get a bomb track, but the person's like an asshole. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I said. And then, if I get weird vibes or something, then I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to do it, because then you always have stress with that person. I mean, luckily it didn't happen so far, but with some people you're not vibing. I mean, it's how it is in life. Sometimes you're meeting people that might be nice, but it's like, okay, we're not on the same wavelength or whatever you want to call it. And I mean, this is nice, but then also there's some people that, I don't know, they're quite aggressive when they write you. They don't even say hello, like this.
Oh, really?
The smallest,
are you kidding me?
Form of respect. Yeah, sometimes it's just, they just send a SoundCloud link, and I'm like, dude, I mean, say hello, and I don't know. This is
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No, she ain't kidding, man. I know exactly what she's talking about. Because you get those people send you on your Facebook Messenger or Instagram, and then 2 hours later, what did you think of my mix?
Yeah, no, I mean, I wish they could ask, what do you think about my mix? All they send is like 3 question marks.
It's like,
are you kidding me?
Come on, it's my customer service is not available 24/7.
Right.
Do you think it's real quick? Do you think it's important that you maybe make a note or a letter to re-educate these people that may not even understand how damaging that is they may have great music, but their presentation and their being professional and being, when they're coming to a label that's been doing an experienced person, how to approach and how to address. I mean, it's not a bad idea, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I did that a lot in the past. When I wrote back, it's like, who are you? Because sometimes they really just send the SoundCloud link, and it's like no name, nothing. It's like, man or girl, whatever. I want to help you, but I mean, at least say hello. I'm blah blah blah. I'm coming from here and that. I don't know. I'm a new producer, or I already did some production. Have a bit of an introduction, and I mean, usually then they're writing back, I'm very sorry for that. I just sent the email too fast, or sometimes this happens. Yeah, but
but
maybe I should. Sorry, what did you say?
You have to be consequent. I mean, who they're dealing. I remember DJ Nastia posted a really great reminder to those that were sending her
Music, yeah.
Yeah, telling them how they should do it,
Yeah.
and how you expect it. This is how you work as a
Yeah.
company,
Yeah.
as a label.
Yeah.
And so that
I think that could be nice. Yeah, because some
it's
people,
very nice.
yeah, because some people they send 20 tracks, which is nice, but I think, I mean, 4 tracks is really enough, because also I need some time to listen to them. And if each track is like 5 minutes, it's listening to 4 tracks is already like 20 minutes. And then, and if it's interesting, you can always ask for more, but some people send 20, and imagine listening to those 20 tracks, your ears get really tired. So I think it's better to only send maybe 4 or 5, which would make a great EP. And if, for some reason you need another one, you can always ask for more. Yeah, but maybe it's good to do a little bit like a checklist of what to do.
Yeah. From your side, just so they understand how to communicate on a business level, on a level like that. That's okay. That's what we need.
I hear you on that, man. Like trying to educate them. I found that some of them, it just takes some time, or they waste your time, because some of them you try to educate and they still don't get it. They end up blaming you, or sometimes actually become argumentative and get mad at you because you're telling them how it is. Like, look, I've explained, do not write me here. There's a couple fellas I told several times, do not email me here, write me here about that. Here's where you need to send the promos or whatever to. Yeah. And they continue to do that. And then they're getting mad when I'm telling them, as you said, Roberto, this is how you do it. But then it's like some of them were even darn rude. Well, F you then. So what I quickly say is, oh, you're in Berlin, right? I actually come in there next weekend. So we could actually meet up face to face and talk about this, and then it's, of course, radio silence after that. Yeah. But yeah, I just found that when they do that now, I'm like, okay, if you don't know how to do it, then okay, I'm just not even gonna respond. I'm tired of even posting it on Instagram or somewhere, like in a story or something. Please send demos here, because I did it a few times on Facebook. Do not send it here, but they keep doing it.
Well, I mean, there are boundaries, right? I mean, you can only do so much. I'm just only saying, and you have a good intuition about where you should stop and where you should spend your time and where you should not spend your time.
Yeah. Say they'll just get like, no, but I hear you on that. It would be nice if maybe we should do that. We should do a class, Roberto, on, okay, this is how you send your
no, who brought that to my attention was DJ Nastia, and I was listening to her, and I was going like, wow, I'm accepting this, and this is how I do it, and this is what you got to do for me to answer you or get my attention. And if you don't do it like that, you swipe the, just keep on moving.
True.
What I'm guessing is they're sending it to like not just one person, but they're probably, like you said, something one night they just just bam, I'm gonna just hit all these people and see. It's like, true. Oh, it with no thought behind it, because as you said, Roberto, packaging is important. Package it right, and then Cinthie, as you said, it's just enough. Just send a little, like, okay, this is sweet. This is the sweet spot. 4 tracks. You won't feel like you're spending all your time. Like if someone sends you 20, then okay. This is not like.
I mean, even those that send you 20 or might be ambitious, right?
Yeah, that's true.
You don't know, but if you are saying this is how we work, this is how we run, this is how we roll.
Exactly.
And it's up to you to decide. You can listen to 5 of them. You don't have to listen to all 20 of them. You can listen, and then 2 months later, you can listen to the other ones or whatever.
That totally makes sense. Yeah, maybe it's good to
no, but it goes back to your vibe thing, as you said, Cinthie, because most people just know. That's just everyday life. Like if you're approaching people, you don't just go up to someone and boom, you approach in a nice way. And that's anywhere. You go to the store, your friends, your family, just a stranger. You go to a business, you don't go in expecting certain things. It's how you present yourself. So that's the same thing. If they're not doing that in a proper way, then you already know. You can already tell where the thinking is. I'm not saying they're
that's true
intelligent, but just where they're at that point. Because when you get to a certain point in your career, you already know. Okay, this guy is busy or so and so is busy. I need to cut down the case and just give them exactly what they need. That's going to harbor the attention. So it's just like you said, Roberto. If you want to spend that time, coaching them, it's like you might find that one person that you feel it. Oh, okay. It seems like a good person. Probably just send it. Let me check them out. And okay, this is a nice person.
The music. If you hear something that's dope, if you hear some dope tracks, and this person is not, you know what I'm saying? You gotta let up. Yeah, I mean, why not?
I don't know. I agree with Cinthie when she said earlier, like some good ass music, but if the person's like an asshole to deal with, I don't think I'll pass on that. Because at least the problem's somewhere down the line, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have to be there. So I mean, sometimes the music is dope, but I know for a fact this person does XYZ that I've heard through different people or whatever. I don't think I want to deal with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, I dealt with that before. I'm not gonna mention no names on here, but Myles know who I'm talking about.
A lot of people know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That was one. I was like, he actually learned on him. Okay. That was mistake number one. Don't do that again.
Right. But it happens, you know what I mean? So who knows? So you have an amazing studio. I've never been there in person. One day I will be there one day, and I'm gonna try to steal everything that's in it.
Bring a truck, a big pocket.
Exactly. Or I would like kick you out and like squat in it. So and you have squatters' rights or something. But how many pieces of gear do you actually have? And that being said, what's your favorite piece of gear to work with?
How many pieces of gear do I have? I don't know. Sometimes I think it's too many, but so the story behind is that I used to work for Ableton, and so I know the software quite well. And but at some point I was like, like you said, Donnell, with at some point you want to stand up, you want to really use the knobs and make some music rather than just like clicking around with the mouse.
Mm-hmm.
And so I met a friend of mine, Leopold is a French producer living in Paris, and he also has some analog gear. And when I was at his studio, so I tried out a couple of things, and I was like, wow, this is really nice. So I can actually, really make music and jam. And I was looking for a few pieces, like a 909 or an 808, and just to start with. And then also I was in the studio in Berlin with the cab drivers. Not sure if you know them. Yeah, also really good artists. And they also had a 909 and a 303, and it was making so much fun. And I was like, okay, I need to look for some pieces. And then another friend of mine, maybe you also know him. It's Holger from Electronic Beats.
Electronic Beats, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's been building studios for many years, for 30 years or so. And he's a good friend, and he said, oh, I saw you're gonna put some gear together, let me help you. And I was like, wow, this is amazing, because he has all the experience of how to wire everything, and also stuff like triggering the SH101 through the 909, stuff like that. And,
wow.
And then also he gave me a few pieces, and whenever he was testing something for Electronic Beats, he was also giving it to me for a couple of weeks so I can also check it out. And and then also had another friend, he made music in the 90s, but it's not so well known, and he had his stuff in his basement, and it was actually just collecting dust and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, you can have it, I know it's in good hands. And that's how everything came together. And of course I also bought a few other pieces, but when I started, I only wanted to have the basic setup, like the classics, the Rolands, the SH101, and a Juno and stuff like that. And now I have much more, but I have to say it's good fun. And it's also like learning a new instrument is really nice. And but my favorite instrument is always the 909. I think it's super easy to jam out a groove, and then I think once you have a good groove, the rest almost comes from itself. So that's really nice.
Yeah, that sounds dope. It's a good setup.
Yeah, it is, and I'm also very happy that it's working, because I was sharing my studio with some other guys before, when I had another studio, and yeah, I don't know. We always had to switch the gear sometimes, and when I came back to the studio Monday morning, everything was in different plugs, and I was like, okay, why is this not working? And then you have to, follow the routing and everything. So I spent like 2-3 hours just rewiring everything. I'm like, I'm a mom, I have to pick up my daughter at a certain time. So it's not that my time is unlimited. And now it's really good because I have it on my own. Holger is coming in sometimes when he has to test something, or he's making sure I have all the latest drivers and stuff like that, and everything is still working. And I think this is a good relationship, or good friendship. And so now I can just go in and then I switch it on and I can start right away. But sometimes it's so funny. I don't know. Sometimes I think once I had it, I was like, calling Holger, like, Hoshi, it's not working. And it was like, what's happening? It's always like having this funny kind of.
Yep, that happened.
He's playing to be pissed, but then I was like, it's not working. I cannot hear everything. And he's like, it's, what is he always saying? Like, the piece of gear is only as smart as the person that's using it.
That's using it.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Excuse me. And so most of the time it's just simple stuff like the volume button wasn't on, and so.
Are they all they're daisy chained to, or are they patch bay?
I have a patch bay, but the stuff I use most of the time I can just use right away. But I have a few, like I would say, like special pieces or pieces I don't use that often. I have to patch bay. Yeah.
So so that's great. So and just off the top of my head, what 909 is triggering SH101, and what else? Maybe is there a couple?
Sorry?
Are there a couple of synths that you're triggering with the 909? With the
no, so far only the SH101, and so you can write in the bass lines. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was at Go ahead, Donna.
No, I was gonna say, I've been enjoying those Instagram videos when you're in there jamming.
Yeah.
The little clips. I'm like, it's live.
I wanna do a bit more often now, but I almost haven't been in the studio that much. And I mean, last week I had 4 days, and I had some remixes to finish, and I was really like, okay, finishing one remix like every day. But then I was also too lazy to take some videos. I mean, it's also.
It's just work too, getting the light. I try to do mine in the morning when I got the nice sun, because I'm seeing it does something different to the video, when making them. And then when I do that, I try to get as many as I can done in a few hours, like those clips that I put up for Instagram and TikTok. It's just short clips of tracks that I'm actually working on. Like some tracks I need to finish, some are finished, and then I just figured, okay, that'll be enough for Instagram and TikTok. People can see what I'm doing, and I don't have to talk.
True.
When I do have to talk, then it's in another room, and I say what I have to say. But mainly those little clips are like that. What you said with the videos, it's always something little, like, oh, got to get the stand right, the light right. And then sometimes the thing is moving, and you're like, all this extra work, like you're really on a film set.
Yeah, true.
You have to be in the right mood for that stuff too. As well, mentally. Sometimes it's easier. Just come over here, hold the camera, and just click, record. I'll make the clips later myself.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's nice. But but also sometimes you don't feel like it. Sometimes the hair is messy and whatever. You have a spot on your nose. You don't want to be. And but I think it's nice. So people see that I'm working on stuff, and it's also good for me to see which tracks get the most reaction, because sometimes I'm not sure, should I release this or not? And then when you post a little clip and the people are really hyped, and then of course I'm gonna release this, But with some tracks, it's not so many people, and I'm like, okay, maybe I have to rework the track or wait a bit, and that's always a good indicator for me about which tracks to sign for my own labels, or which to send to other labels to get released.
May I ask what releases that you're most proud of?
I would say I would say the Crystal Grooves #1, because it was really diverse. It was mixed very nice, and yeah, I think it's that one I'm most proud of. But also, I sold most records with it.
Mm.
I mean, of course, there's also the new Crystal Cruise, which I'm really proud of, and especially when I see, okay, so lots of people are playing it, and lots of people bought it, and of course, these releases are younger, so they didn't sell as many yet as the first one, which came out in 2018. But yeah, I think I'm most proud of my own releases on my own label, I would say.
And what is the feedback from your fans? What are you hearing from them? Their favorites? If you know it.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, it's how can I say that? I think it's also when you make music, I have the theory that every 3, 4, 5 years your audience is changing. That means
Oh wow. Okay.
people that let's say like 10 years ago, or when did I start the Best of Modus label? I think we started in 2011 or 2012. And I feel like the people I saw always at our parties, they barely go out anymore. And I think it's because, those people, they were like students, they had lots of time, they didn't have a family. And then, once they finish with the studies, they might have their first job, and then some might start a family, and then they don't have time to go out again. But there's new people coming. So even though I made a good record like 5 years ago, there might be still like lots of new fans. They never heard about this release. And it's so funny, whenever I do a repress and then I have it back at the stock, of course I make a post. It's like, okay, Crystal Grooves #1 is back in stock, and I always have so many people like writing. It's like, oh my god, I didn't know about this record, and it's so dope, oh my god. And they celebrate it as it would have just come out like 2 weeks ago. And that's very funny. And especially with the shop, sometimes we have represses from old classics, like I don't know, I cannot think of anything now. But then sometimes I do a repost and I'm like, oh, this is back in stock. It's like a classic. And we're selling so many records because there's still so many young, I don't want to say kids, but there's so many young people that got into the music. They never heard about this piece of music, and they're like, wow, this is so cool. And when you tell them, yeah, it's like 25 years old, it's like, oh my god, it's so timeless and stuff. And yeah, that's very interesting. So yeah, so I think my theory with that your audience changes like every 3, 4, 5 years is probably true. Yeah.
Mhm. That's pretty amazing that you say that you're selling more records when we're in a digital age where there's so much
Yeah.
digital happening, and you're able to see this happen and get this feedback from your record store. Maybe not like us, we're not in the stores, and
Yeah.
but you're getting this real time feedback on
Yeah.
what vinyl is doing. I think it's a wonderful thing, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, that's true. It's really nice. It's also nice to make a connection with the artists or with music fans in a different way. I felt that especially in COVID, when there were no gigs to announce and stuff like that. Um, and but then sharing music was a good way to kind of still be relevant and share your vision of music. But yeah, it was in a different way, because obviously you didn't meet at a party, so people came more to the shop, or they bought online and you had a chat with them quickly. And yeah, that was also a nice way to connect to people.
Yeah, that's word. So
Yeah.
Cinthie, I have to ask, because I'm sure others are going to want to know, if you could take me back, because I would like to know what was life like for you in Berlin growing up, and getting started in music, and what is the day-to-day life like now in Berlin, like when you're not on tour
Yeah.
and you are home and everything, but really the early days too,
Yeah.
before even the music, even, so we can see how you got into the music.
Yeah. So the thing is, I'm not born in Berlin, so I'm from like 1 hour away from Frankfurt, and it was more like a smaller town, but it was 20 minutes to the French border. And I mean, I was a young girl. I was into like sports. I was horse riding and just typical things like that. And but I was always very interested in music. So my parents, they bought records, but mostly charts music. And I think back in the days we only had vinyl. so no MP3 or no CDs. I think the other thing we had were tape cassettes, and I was also always recording from the radio and sometimes also from MTV, and and then I think my cousin, he was living in Frankfurt, and he was going to a club called Omen Club, like
Oh,
the
okay.
club from Sven Fate, yeah.
I
And
remember.
and he brought me a tape, and he was like, "Oh, it's this guy called Sven, super cool DJ, from Frankfurt." And I was like, "Ah, okay, what is he playing? That techno?" And I was like, "What the fuck is techno?" And and I think it was written with 2K, which was very funny. And so I listened to the tape, and I was like, "Yeah, it's cool. I think I like techno." And then of course I started digging more into this music, and I went to I had a boyfriend when I was 16, and he was like a DJ, but not playing in clubs, but he was more collecting records and playing at home, making mixtapes and stuff. And he brought me to a record store, and then the guys from the record store, they asked me to work there. And then from there I was digging more into the music, and not only this funny techno stuff. And got more into house music. And when I finished school, I moved directly the next day to Berlin. I mean, I've been in Berlin so many times just for parties, and obviously after the German wall fell down, it was a big playground, because there were almost no rules. You had all these abandoned houses, and the club culture was amazing there, and also, I mean, people are always saying like, yeah, techno is so political, but I have to say it really depends on which country you grew up, because for us Germans, the wall fell down, and also the Cold War was over, and we had enough of politics, and especially in Germany we had this really good vibe, and it was such a beautiful time, because suddenly we had the feelings like, okay, everything is gonna be all right, there's no hate, no war, no nothing. And we were just a really big family. And then also, of course, we had those love parades, and with 1.5 million people, and you had really this feeling, okay, and we can change the world. And so for me, like, Berlin was always this magical place. And then of course, when I finished school and I went and I wanted to study, I went to Berlin, and I had some gigs here already and met some people, and the rest is history then. And I think everything came quite natural to me. So also back in the days, it was not so much that you were playing music and you said, oh, this is going to be my main job, it's I don't know, it just wasn't like that. Nowadays, like, everyone wants to be a DJ, because they see the superstar life from whatever the DJs are called, oopsie that are traveling with a private jet and stuff. And of course the people want to have this lifestyle. But for us kids, it was just like, we wanted to go to clubs, we wanted to be the same as the other people, and it didn't matter if you were black or white or trans or something. And especially in Frankfurt, we still had the airbase from the US, so we had a lot of, like, people from the US, from all over the place, and we all came to the clubs, and it was just like one big family, which was really nice. And and then when I moved to Berlin, of course, I made more music, and then started my own label. And so that's pretty much my career. But then if I have to talk about my daily life, I would say it's pretty boring. I don't know. Most of the time I stand up, I have my matcha latte. And then I'm trying to do a bit of sports and then go to the studio. So I think my weekdays are quite structured, and I think it's good to keep your head above the water, because, as we said before, you can get quite lost in this music industry, especially with Berlin. We don't have closing hours. Berghain is open until Monday morning, and if you don't have your shit together, you can get pretty lost. And and so for me, I mean, I also love to go out and stuff, but then I need a structure during the week. And obviously I have my family. And and the other question was how to compare it to back in the days and how it is nowadays, right?
No, I was just trying to, like you did, because you gave us a visual into your past.
Yeah.
growing up where you grew up, and then I was just trying to give people the what you're doing in Berlin
Mm.
on a daily, and you just answered
Yeah.
it basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that what she said. From what she was learned from now on to from then until now, and where she is now
Yeah.
Mhm.
mentally. I mean, I really love what you said about Berlin never stopping, and you gotta, you have to watch what you gotta watch yourself,
Yeah.
because you can. I've done it before. I was I would really loved being in the clubs, and
Mm.
there was times where I stayed up 3 days,
Yeah.
and yeah, and so I know the final outcome.
Yeah.
And if you have a structured life like you have, you really have to pay attention.
Mm.
You really
Yeah.
got to yeah, you really got to manage your time properly in your body and your mind and
Yeah.
it's really it could creep up on you,
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very important, and I mean, there's nothing to say against getting loose in the club and having a few drinks and whatsoever. But I also see a lot of people coming with big dreams, and they saved a lot of money, and then 2 months later, it's like they had to move back, and it's like, guys, what happened? It's like, yeah, we spent it all for Colombian breakfast, and I was like, okay, wow. Uh,
Yeah, you touched on something when you were talking a couple of minutes ago about like the whole music, the DJ culture. Like nowadays, like I know you've been doing this for a long time, and before,
yeah.
there was never like this the DJ. You know what I mean? It seems
It
like
wasn't a job.
nowadays,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like now it's like the focus is on the DJ.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see if I can get your thoughts and opinions on that. Like, when did that really change, and like what happened into like why are we focusing? Why is everything focused on like the superstardom of being a DJ? And
Mm.
to be honest, to be a DJ, I believe you need music. The
Yeah.
focus from the music is gone. So, what's your
Yeah.
opinion on?
So my opinion is, I think also through technology, it has changed a lot, and for the good and for the worse. And I think, yeah, back in the days, you didn't have this social media thing where you could daily feed your feed with like stuff and pictures and videos. And I think back in the days, if you really wanted to succeed in music, you had to learn your craft, you had to become a good DJ, and also what definitely helped was when you released good tracks.
Mhm.
And so I believe that this hard work we put into our music and our stuff, like back in the days, that kind of got a new promotion tool, and that is the visibility, which we didn't have back in the days. Of course, we had magazines and stuff, and you could have interviews, but it was not so much the direct exchange with fans. And now it's I think we are kind of focusing more on the visibility rather than the music and the hard work of creating music, if I'm allowed to say that, or if you know what I mean. And
the
yeah, and then
craft itself, right?
yeah, the craft itself. And it's also what I'm missing is that also a few years ago we still had like a like a track of the year or something, like
Mhm.
a track everyone was playing, from Ricardo Villalobos to Cassie to all the house DJs were playing it, all the techno DJs were playing it, because it was crossing over those two things. But I think we don't have that anymore, and also the music is there's so much music coming out, the market is so saturated, because also we have this tool of visibility, so you can just post a video, and if you have a good look or something, it can also push your career. And you don't even need to be like a producer or a good DJ. And I think that, yeah, that has changed a lot. And then also I don't know, sometimes when I see some videos from some bigger stages and places, it almost feels like the DJ is like the rock star. It's like a new Mick Jagger or something.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's a bit strange, because for me, coming from dark clubs and then suddenly being in the spotlight myself,
Yep.
it
Yep.
feels a bit weird, because I don't want them to look at me. I want to have the hedonism back on the dance floor. They can kiss each other or whatsoever, can talk, hug,
I'm
or
glad you said that.
yeah. And now it's, I don't know, you stare, or the people are staring at you, and you feel like, okay, what do you want? Should I maybe juggle or do some fire tricks, or should I take my shirt off?
what?
But she,
That's funny.
oh,
I said the same thing when I came to Europe.
Yeah.
I remember in LA when I was DJing a lot. The DJ booth was up and away,
Yeah.
and that effect had people joining together.
Yeah.
They were what they had no focus on who was
care who was,
Yeah.
you just wanted the music, you know?
Yeah.
right. I mean, it created a camaraderie on the dance floor. So you were getting dates.
Yeah.
You were meeting people. You know,
Yeah.
it created this. They were dance. You know, we
Yeah.
had moments where we were playing slow songs, and
Yeah.
people, they were coming together,
Yeah.
and they weren't all focusing on.
and one thing, that's true. And I mean, in the US, you also had this like big dance culture with ballrooms and voguing and stuff like that. And sometimes, I mean, we still have this in clubs here as well in Europe, but I feel like on the big stadium raves, it's getting lost a bit. And yeah. But I also don't want to sound like, an old lady, like, back in the days, everything was much better. I mean, of course, the visibility can also be good for something else. You can actually educate the people, you can help them, you can, show them some stuff. You can also show your own personality. And that's also really nice. But I think we should not make everything apart from the music so big, and the main thing why we're doing this should still be the music rather than this person is cool because she has a lot of like cars, and she is always using the private jet, because sometimes it feels like some people think this and that DJ is cool because, oh my god, Madonna was dancing when she was playing or he was playing, and it's like, yeah, who the fuck cares, also Madonna wants to have a dance every now and then, but doesn't say anything about the quality of the music.
Right. So what's your opinion on being you're a female, obviously we know this.
Yeah.
But like today, like we've had this discussion before. I think we've asked Laura Lindoff last time she was on.
Yeah.
So when we get female DJs, we kind of, or producers and people in the industry, we kind of ask, well, I at least like to ask this question. Like, what's your opinion on like this whole, like women being like, they think they need to be over sexualized, so they have to be super sensual and sexual in order to make it or go forward in their career. Like, me personally, I don't understand why they think they need to do that. But you had different examples, like your Paris Hilton and your different other DJs that do this, and that's all you see. And I think there seems to be like some type of almost like in order to make it, I have to do this, this, and that. But then you have examples like yourself and a couple other people that don't do any of this. And
True.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's more like a bit of the older generation. When for example, yesterday there was a bigger like open air with, Sven Fate was playing. It was a bit like the older guys, and Magda was playing, and Mariam Nidam was playing. And when I see those girls playing, they're just slaying it with the records, and they just wear jeans and a t-shirt, because it's all about the music, and also the audience knows that. But I think also the music is now, electronic music is now the new pop music. And I think this also brings everything what we actually disliked in the pop music world, because I went to clubs because I didn't like pop music, and I didn't want to go to commercial discotheques because
Exactly.
because everything was awful. The music was awful. You went to the discotheque and you just knew, okay, there were some guys, they just want to make it out with you, they grab your ass
Exactly.
and stuff like that. That's why we went to the clubs, and now the music is so popular. You have all these big things, and then of course you have people have 200 followers, and straight they have a manager, and the manager's like, oh, okay, why don't you wear something sexy, and then also maybe the girls, maybe when they're young, they get insecure, and they're like, oh yeah, maybe that's better, and of course then you try it, and then you get a good reaction from a lot of people. It's like, oh my god, you look great and stuff. And so I mean, everyone can wear what they want, of course. But sometimes I think I don't know, it has changed so much, that it's more like a business, like more like a pop business now. rather than.
Have you ever felt like gravitating to that? Have you ever felt like you didn't want to hear pop music because you have it on the radio?
Yeah, exactly.
So if I want to listen to the radio, then I listen to the radio. But when I go to the club, I want to be inspired by new music, different energy. I don't want to hear the same. And that's kind of what I went out for, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. This, and then also, the clubs I went to was also a lot of gay people, and you could always feel safe. Like the vibe was so warm and so nice and very welcoming, because no one would care if you had a few kilos more or less, or if you were looked like a top model or not. It was just about, like, I don't know. I made so many friends there, and with just like amazing people, and sometimes nowadays, I don't know, because I'm not the kind of like girly girl. I'm not wearing all the sexy tops all the time. Of course, I like to dress up, but
of course, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, and then sometimes I feel kind of, not in the clubs, but when I go to a festival, sometimes I feel a bit misplaced. I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't look like everyone else, so yeah, it's a bit funny.
I guess what Myles was saying was that they're doing this to get noticed or get jobs, or
to do it to move forward.
To move forward.
Yeah, but it's also, it's not only the girls. You also see guys. They go to the gym. They have their super like toned muscle, and then they play, and then they take their shirt off, and everyone's like, "Wow, oh my god!" And the music sounds like as we said before. I'm gonna get canceled.
Don't cancel here, man.
I think it's a fair discussion we are doing here. We're not shaming anyone.
No,
as I said, everyone can wear what they want, and it's not only the girls, dressing up. It's also the guys,
Yeah.
They also play with their masculinity and take the shirts off, and they train their body. And
that's part of the pop culture. But
it's part of the pop culture, That's, I think electronic music is the new pop culture now. Yeah.
But what if that is who you are? What if you are this person that carries himself in that way?
Yeah, fair enough. Then do it.
Right?
Yeah.
Could be, and you're a good DJ.
But I think if you know somebody, I think you can tell when somebody's actually like that. You know what I mean? That versus somebody's like, I'm doing this because, you know what I mean? You know what somebody.
I just wanted to get that in the conversation because it came to our mind because I'm the type of person that I like to present whatever I do when I'm presenting myself as an artist. I like to present myself a certain way, and and it may not be with shorts and shirt off and doing all this kind of stuff. I like to be a little bit. That's just who I am.
Why not, Roberto? Shirt off, crop top.
Can't you do Roberto like in a G-string, like a leopard skin G-string?
I do that when I play the Kinky Festival. Then I do that.
We love you wherever, man. You we hear it, man. You do whatever you want to do. I was just thinking out loud what you said and all those variables.
Yes, of course. Everyone has to find their own way, for someone, some are the geeky studio nerds, they don't want to play out, they just want to make music, and some want to be on the stage, and some people might play a pre-recorded set, but they dance like crazy and take their shirt off, and then the water is coming, and
What was that movie? Flashdance. Remember she was like this?
Yeah. Oh wait, there was also Britney Spears at the VMAs, I think.
Oh yeah.
Like she was dancing like that.
Cinthie, you were hilarious. She's hilarious. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
What else? I got a few more questions, but I don't want to hog up the space. What you got? D?
What you got, D? I got a few things to ask.
Yeah.
No, you guys. I'm sitting up here listening because I know Cinthie, so I don't have to ask stuff that other people don't know.
Cinthie, I really respect that whenever I hear and see you, you have a certain style of music. Most of it is house, all things house, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the record store, the impact that you get from the records, your partner, your husband, shall I say?
Yeah, my husband. Yeah,
Um, is your family very supportive?
yeah, yeah. Very
Does that
supportive.
help you? Does that help you to achieve your goals?
Yeah, definitely. I think I couldn't do it without my husband. I mean, I'm not sure if you know him, but he's from Offenbach, and he used to have a record store in Frankfurt. It was called um the
Oh, say it.
Freebase. Freebase.
Freebase records. Yeah,
Yeah, Freebase. Where you probably know it. And so he's from the
amazing.
same
Yeah,
background. He's also not. We both don't really give a shit about status symbols. We just deeply connected with the music, and all we want to do is, like, when we play, we want to create like a nice atmosphere, best with lots of friends and with like-minded people and stuff. And but yeah, he's because he has a background with the record store, he helps me a lot with the store, and is talking to distributors and also to customers. And he understands everything. And also, sometimes when I'm on deadlines, or sometimes I'm like, okay, the creativity just kicked into the studio, I think I'm gonna stay longer. And he's like, yeah, sure, it's fine. Or when I'm touring, he's taking care of the kid, and I think it's I have a very special partner, I have to say. It's I don't think that
wonderful.
every partner would do that, especially, I think, still with man and woman, when the woman is more successful than the guy. I think not so many have the strength to deal with that. But yeah, he's super supportive. And then also my daughter, she's the nicest kid. And of course, I mean, sometimes she's like, oh, you're touring so much. And but then I know, okay, I have to step back a bit and take some time off. And but I think so far we're doing great.
I was going to say,
And
how do you know when? How do you know when it's time for you to pay attention to the get the balance right?
yeah, yeah,
Right, as a
yeah,
as a mother, female family, and all this stuff that you're doing. And I think, from what I can gather, it must be a challenging navigation.
yeah,
But I think, of course, those challenges will always be there for you. You have to somehow,
yeah.
you
And I
know,
think also, if life wouldn't be challenging, it would also be boring. Imagine everything would be like super easy.
yeah, that's true.
You never have something you have to fight for and stuff like that. And I think that would also be boring. But so far, I think we're doing great. And of course, I mean, I changed my agency last year in October.
Oh,
And
you're
so
not
Okay, Lord.
yeah,
Lord.
I'm not with Laura anymore. So we've been together for 7 years, and I think everything was good. But I felt like, okay, it's maybe time to change. And of course, I had a new agency, and then I was also getting a bit nervous. Okay, how's it going with the new one? And so I took definitely more gigs on than I usually do, and I didn't take as many weekends off as I usually do, just
Mhm.
because I was like, okay, let's see, or maybe I should take this. Who knows if something else is coming? But I'm now there before 1 year, and we did great, and I had some good shows and stuff like that. And I think now I can also take it a bit more easy again. Can be a bit more relaxed. And also, free weekend means I can also have a few hours in the studio. I think it's also nice to have some music out,
Yeah.
and also go through
Mhm.
my records. I think is also important. And also I want to do this for a more couple of years and not
Yeah.
burn out like next
Yeah,
year.
thank.
So
That's what I was going to say. That's what I would say.
yeah,
Are you mindful at this stage of your
yeah,
game
yeah,
about not burning out and not taking too much,
yeah,
and being able to have that? You can, at this point, figure out where that balance is, so that you can continue on a safe mental health, body health, all these things, so you can perform at the highest level when you are actually
yeah,
traveling through all this mess you're going through.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah. I
important.
think,
Is that important for you?
yeah, it's very important for me. But I have to say, luckily, because I used to be a single mom, so I am very good with dealing with stress and finding solutions and everything. And yeah, so I'm pretty good at that. But of course, I'm also making sure I'm not doing crazy things, like, let's say, playing in Georgia, and then the next day flying straight to the US and play one gig in New York, and then flying back to France. And
Right.
so I do
Yeah.
I do full weekends, or ideally like 2 weekends in the US, so I'm already there. When I play in the UK, we try to get another gig in the UK, so I can also take the train, so it's like short ways. And I think some people, I mean, also fair enough. Some people just take everything, but I think you get really tired from traveling. I mean, the DJ part is the fun part, is the nice part, but then it's also nice when you take a bit care of the traveling and of the routing, so you're not burning out from that travel stress.
Right.
Yeah.
But what countries are you finding that they're responding to house music the best?
I have to say in the US it's quite nice at the moment,
Okay.
especially with New York. They have amazing clubs, and I mean, obviously Movement in Detroit is always such a vibe, and they have some nice parties in LA. Chicago is nice with Smart Bar. Also Toronto, Canada is really nice, and otherwise I think Berlin is still really good for house. The UK, they have a good house scene. I think France is a bit more into techno at the moment. But then I think Italy is coming back for house, and it's good. But I have to say in the US, or maybe it's just because everything is coming from the US, so maybe it's just my own impression.
What about Amsterdam? Yeah, maybe it's your own thing. What about Amsterdam and New York is on fire, right?
New York is crazy. My God, there's so many good clubs. Yeah,
New York is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, so many good sound systems. Oh my God, it's so good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And you played Lot Radio too, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that Lot Radio a great place to play
Yeah. It's very good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a bit like her. It's also like what was the thing called in Amsterdam? They had a similar thing. Was it the red light radio?
Red light radio. Radio.
Yeah, that was also nice. It's a bit like that. It's really cool, and also you have a stream. You can play nice records. You can support your friends. You can play your new tunes, and it's really nice. And Amsterdam is also nice. They also have a good house scene.
Yeah, because it's nice to know. Because sometimes I still like to play house. When I get the occasion. So it was good to ask you where, like, and places like India, maybe Africa. Have you been there recently?
No, in Africa not so much, because there's a nice festival. It's called the Bushfire Festival, and I wanted to book me for 3 years there, but it's the same weekend when Movement is happening, and so I'm like, yeah. I mean, I wanna do it, but Movement is always, everyone's always getting so excited. It's like, oh, you there and here and then, and you meet a lot of people, and then this year was the thing where Marcellus Pittman and Moody Man and who else was it?
Go ahead.
Who else was it? Few Parish, when they played this back to back to back to back, and then I'm like, okay, I should go to Detroit.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. So this far in your career, what's the one thing you haven't done yet?
That's a good question. To be honest, every year I did a list of wishes or goals, what I wanted to do, and a friend of mine said, he recommended it to me, and he said, just write down everything, even though you think it might sound you will never reach the goal, or it sounds too far away from you. And so I did it, but then actually I had a look at my list, and I was like, shit, I did actually everything I wanted to do. So I mean, there's always milestones for everyone, and for me it was like of course, playing regular at Panorama Bar, because it's in my hometown. It's a very respected club. So this happened. Then I did my album. I had a couple of, I would say, successful releases. I think I'm respected and I'm well known in my kind of niche or scene. I did the DJ kicks. I had an essential mix at BBC One.
Nice.
That was pretty much it. I think that was everything I wanted to do. I need to write a new list, right?
Yeah, but this is the music business only? Anything else?
Like your personal,
yeah.
I don't have a private life.
I want to go
Don't you want to change the world?
Yeah.
Pyramids
no,
or something, you know what I mean?
no, I mean,
Diving.
I mean, now I'm married with a good guy, you know, that's was also a goal. I mean,
Yeah.
not necessarily getting married, but, you know, finding a nice partner, you know, I can also share all the stuff with, you know, and no, so personal goals. I think I did pretty much everything I wanted.
No
I have
skydive. You skydived? Windsurfing? I don't know.
Can you recommend it?
Deep sea fishing? I don't know.
No. Goals. Let's see. Hoppala. Sorry, my phone fell.
Honestly.
What other goals do I have? Yeah, I mean, it's just like some stuff for later. You know, I want to have a nice flat which I own, and you know, something retire. I can, you know, I have this kind of, you know, how all the Germans are. They want to have security when they're retired, and I think this is like the next goal. And yeah, but other than that, I think I'm fine. You know, I want to stay healthy as long as possible, and yeah, I want to go back to the gym, and yeah, want to spend a bit more time in the studio. I think this is my simple goals I have. Otherwise, I think I did everything really what I wanted to do in my life. Shit. How boring.
How about have you ever thought about mentoring?
Mentoring? Yeah, that could be fun. I was thinking to maybe look for 2 people I could mentor next year. You know, maybe some up and coming producers, give some tips and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, that's definitely something I had in mind.
Cool.
Yeah, this and also I was thinking to, you know, maybe build a bit of like a YouTube channel and give some tips. You know, do it on Instagram, give a few tips and yeah, stuff like that. Just
that could be could that be an idea where those people that are sending you these tracks that you were talking about, you know, this could be a learning situation, you know, and also adapt that to your to the problems you're having with those kind of people that are sending stuff like that. Maybe you find somebody say, hey, look, let me invite you to my mentoring.
If you want it or not.
Yeah.
You're mine now.
You're mine now.
All right. So I got one last question for you.
Yeah.
What's the one thing, if you could change in this industry, this whole culture, the industry or culture, what's the one thing that you see that if you had the ability to change, what would it be?
Yeah, I think I would ban phones in clubs and in festivals. Yeah, this is a simple thing. I think the vibe is just better because, you know, when you're dancing, why would you want to have your phone in your hands? Why not enjoying the moment?
Would it be on the dance floor or outside or away from the dance floor?
Or just in general?
Or just the whole...
In Berlin, we have the no photo policy, and I think the vibe is just so different. And
Berlin is so I don't know.
I know, so you cannot really compare it.
Yeah,
but it should be. I mean, I see people over here actually trying to implement that, and I think it's actually a good time because then people are actually doing this or they're dancing, not focused on, you know, hey.
Yeah, but they're not going to be. We talked about you take away. Let's say you take away the phones, and you still got the DJ in front of you. They're going to be still looking at you instead of dancing.
But see,
maybe not. Maybe not.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we could try, you know, and then sometimes when I see videos from back in the days, you know, there was no one with the phone on the dance floor because we didn't have phones. So, and sometimes it feels like, and I mean, I know it myself, you know, when I'm in a train or something and I'm like, oh, I'm bored, you know, I'm getting my phone. And I saw it yesterday when I came home from the airport. I was also sitting in the train because I always take the train. It's only 15 minutes from my place, and I was looking around. I was like, "Fuck! This is like the zombie apocalypse everyone was talking about." Because everyone was with their phones, you know. And I was like, "I'm gonna put my phone away now," you know, because I almost started to like doom scrolling, and I was looking at everyone else. I was like,
"Have you ever thought about stand up?"
And then I was staring at people like a psychopath. I'm not sure if
we said this earlier. She was on tour, but she was on her stand-up comedian tour. She wasn't DJing. She was on tour. This is your after you retire, this is what you needed to go into. You need to be like
Yeah.
Like it's almost like a Jerry Seinfeld-ish kind of
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? Like life experiences, and she's funny as hell. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I think that's definitely something I wanted to change also.
Would that
Because
help?
yeah, I mean, that's a good question. We should try if it's gonna help. Also, I think when the phones are away, we're all the same. Because no one
Mhm.
is filming and judging you after, or yeah, I don't know. Could be
Yeah.
could be a nice try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Cinthie, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much
It
for
was
having
very
me.
insightful. It was a great
Yeah.
conversation, and that's what we trying to do. You see how it goes. It's more like a conversation. We're not really,
Yeah.
in a way, but not really. You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah.
Chillaxed.
Yeah.
it's well laid
Chillax.
back for
Yeah.
sure.
No, it was very interesting. I hope I'm gonna see you soon again, Myles.
I hope
It's been a
so.
while, yeah.
Possibly next year. I'll be
Yeah.
back, but I'm not sure when. But
Okay.
I will
I'm
definitely
coming to the store. I'm coming to the store for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might coming to Munich as well this year. I'll let you know.
Please let me know. I'd appreciate
Yeah.
it. Go to lunch
Yeah.
or something. And I'm really happy to have had this conversation with you because I've been wanting to do this with you for a long time, and
Mhm.
it's nice to hear how I see how you've done what you've done and to navigate through this industry
Yeah.
and have the opportunity to present yourself and and have a family to support it and have all these things
Mm.
that support what we love, the music. You
Yeah.
have this bucket and this of things that help support each other.
Yeah.
That's and from the home to the studio out, all the way out. This is my last question will be, how do you what do you tell another young lady or woman, what is the checklist? What is the checklist? What could you inspire them to be or to do that
Yeah.
you've learned from experience, shall I
Yeah.
say?
Yeah. I think the best advice that I could give is always listen to your gut. If you feel like you want to do something and your gut is saying, okay, I feel good with it, do it. Because then we're getting back to the first conversation we had, Myles, with the thing that we saw Mike Huckabee in Detroit and
Mhm.
didn't take our time to do it, because if you not do it now and if you're not trying it now, who knows if there's another chance for you trying it, and some people, they worry too much, and sometimes you just need to try it. What can happen.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
So what do you got coming up? Any new releases? Any more shows? What's happening? And also when you do that, tell everybody where they can find you on social media and all that stuff.
That was for me, the question?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah, sorry. So social media, I mean, my name is Cinthie, so you can just enter it in Google and I think you will find everything, because my name is spelled in a very funny name. So it's Cinthie. And yeah, you will find everything. And as I said before, I'm going to the US now, and then I have more gigs in Europe, then obviously also going to ADE to Amsterdam. And I'm currently working on my second album. I think that's gonna be the main thing for me in the next couple of weeks and months in the studio. So hopefully I'm gonna finish this early next year. And other than that, yeah, I think I'm having a couple of remixes out and a couple of hopefully new releases. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Word up. Word up.
In the description of this video, Cinthie's links that we have, selected links are there, so you can check it out.
Perfect. Yeah.
And you can follow her. Please follow her on social media. Please support her. The music is great. If you're in Berlin, go to the store. Go check her out at the store. I don't even know if you're at the store, but somebody's there at the store. So go buy some records.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Buy some records, get your fill up on records there, and talk to her and say, hey, I seen you on MS Live with D-KNOX. So,
You said some strange things, but
you could like, send the 15%, back. Because we need that too, but that's good.
Yeah.
Mr. Ingram, what do you have going on? What's going on? You have
Yeah, next week
interview coming up, actually. So
yeah, tomorrow I have Decisive podcast interview with a good friend of mine in Detroit, Drivetrain. He's Soiree Records. And I'm working on a remix for my man Robert Owens.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
And he has a remix compilation coming out. I was turned on by K. Alexi Shelby, and I am clearing out all the records that I don't play currently. As you see me, I have so many records that I had to downsize. So I'm just being very creative in my own time in the studio. I'm not playing as much as I would like to, but hopefully that changes. I'm pretty and keeping myself fit. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Cool. And D, what do you got going? What's happening?
What's coming up is next week I got to do the horror thing on the 29th on Monday. So I'm going to Bird. What's that? What happened?
This is like the 8th time you've been at horror, right?
No, not that many times, man.
The resident, y'all.
Not that many times, but yeah, I got to do that next week. But I'm going to Berlin on Saturday and stay until Tuesday. So I'll be, Tim Xavier and I got to finish up some songs we were working on.
Sweet.
And, I'm just going to kick it,
Nice.
kick it live over there as normal. Other than that, man, I'm really focused on this live PA that I'm, it's done, but I just need to go through it so it flows and everything, because I'm planning on doing that for horror so I can have it recorded so people can ask, what does a live set look like? There you go.
So you're actually doing a live set at horror?
Yeah. I mean, I've been kind of building this thing for a little bit, like here and there, but now it's, it's good how I want it. And my plan is just to use that Ableton Push 2 and one little controller over there to keep everything small, tight. I don't need all this.
No, it's not the hybrid this time, right?
No, it's not a hybrid set. It's just basically all like my music and other people's music that have released on Sonic Mind and some of my music on other labels. So I want to call it the D-KNOX Sonic Mind live set.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole thing, because usually I'm DJing and playing other people's stuff. So I thought, it'd be nice to give Sonic Mind a shine. And getting older, I don't need a DJ. I didn't DJ around the whole world playing house and techno. Now it's time to do something, a different challenge for me, just playing live. And it took me a while in Ableton to set the structure how I want it, but it's basically kind of almost like doing a DJ set, but still I can do some finger drumming and add things on top of it and play it the way I want. But I'm thinking that just for travel purposes, having all this gear.
I would even, because I also started playing live like 2 years ago, and for the first gig I also brought the Push, but I thought it quite heavy, and I bought the APC 40, which is really nice, but I think they stopped making it. But there might be a new version out of it, because it's super light and it almost does more things than the Push.
Yeah.
Super lightweight.
I was going to say that. So you're open for tracks. So I'm going to send you an email. I have a lot of stuff that I'm sitting on, and I just didn't know what to do with it. So,
do it. I mean, that would be fun to release something from you after.
And get your. I would also love to just get your feedback, too. So I'm open. So I'm really open for like, okay, Roberto, you think we should kind of think about this part or that part? You know what I mean? I'm open for that. Yeah,
cool, sure. Nice. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. As I said, I think from next week it's gonna be a bit more quiet. I mean, I'm going obviously to the US and I have another heavy weekend, but during the week it's getting a bit more chilled.
Yeah, go ahead and be honest and let me know. And whenever that time is, I'm patient. I'm patient with that. Yeah.
Perfect.
No, he's not. He's gonna be like, tell me right away.
He's sending the three question marks.
She's a veteran. Talking about this on the show.
you got to give a woman her time and space. Let her.
So for me, I have just to wrap the things up a bit. So I am continuing to work on some projects. I have one done. The other one I still gotta start to make. So shout out to Decoder. Hey, I haven't forgot. I'm still in the process. Some life stuff happened, so but I'm back on track, brother. So I got you. Other than that, I am in Los Angeles October 11th for a party called Out There with Destroy Planet Earth folks. Thank you for bringing me out. lineup is me, Santiago Salazar,
Santiago,
Advanced Civilization, and I can't pronounce the last name, but it's there. So we'll be there. So come check us out if you're in LA. First time for me to be in LA ever. So I'm looking to have a good time. So come out and support. And it's might also be my first time actually meeting Santiago in person. So I think this is going to be pretty dope. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure. And that's it for me.
He's a great artist, man.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite people, man. Just had contact from him for years, just never met in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's give her. We'll give you.
I'll give you
3.
Me too. Wait.
Oh, there you go. And I'm gonna counter you. So, what's this? Oh, one comment. That's our brother. Cool Donnell. There you go. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, he's been kind of late today, but we still love you.
Yeah.
So, if you like what you're seeing today, you like what we're doing great things. You want to help support us by sharing, like, and subscribe to that channel. And while you're there, hit that notification bell. Like and subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Let me clarify that. On YouTube, hit that notification bell so you know when we're doing the next show, when the show is coming, and you help push us in those algorithms. Today, don't not look at the show because we have the wonderful lady right there. But if you don't want to see us for some reason, we're on.
Great marketing tool.
MS Live with D-KNOX is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon. So, like I always say, at times I'm at work, you're in the car wash, you can't visually see stuff because you're driving a car, but you can hear. So check us out there. And when you're at these platforms, also subscribe to us there so you get your notifications. Hey, there's a new audio podcast of these guys, so I'm going to check them out. Hate mail, we're here. It's all coming to you, Bert. It's all coming to you. MS Live with D-KNOX@gmail.com.
They get nothing but peace back.
What's that?
I said they get nothing but peace back.
MS Live with
Be gentle, guys.
D-KNOX.com.
Be gentle, people.
We will.
They hate mail.
Maybe we'll forward to Cinthie. Maybe we haven't got it. Maybe she can take it. It's part of her new career. She can.
I whipped them.
So email us and maybe she'll whip you.
Oh shit! Now what's going on here?
You know what I mean? She get it. So, we also DJ. Well, I DJ, and I think Donnell's not DJ anymore. He's doing live PAs. But if you want to book us, me, Myles Sergé, I'm with Position 2 bookings@gmail.com. Donnell is with the good folks at Stellar Booking. You can hit them up. Get that what was it, D? The Sonic Mind what was it? What'd you call it again?
Sonic Mind Live PA set.
Get that Sonic Mind Live PA set. Hit those people up. It is booking@stellarbooking.com. Booking@stellarbooking.com. He is available for worldwide bookings based in Europe. So hit him up, European people. There's one more thing I had somewhere. Oh, we ain't doing that yet. Oh, no. At some point, we will be taking phone calls. I don't know how this is going to work. If it's going to work.
Hey, bro, listen to my tracks.
Yeah, we're going to try it. We're going to try it. And just to take in people like today, people can come in and say, hey, yeah, I don't know. But that's going to happen soon. So I'm working on that. And when that happens, we'll let you guys know, and we'll do some test runs or whatever to see what's happening. But until then, again, let's give Cinthie a round of applause. And we hope to see each and every one of you next week. The next show, I'll actually release that in probably the next half hour, so make sure you tune in. Last comment for the night. Great stream. That's dope.
Thank you,
There
dude.
you go. And that's how we're going to end it, folks. MS Live, check in, tune in. Thanks for coming out, and we will see you again, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Cinthie. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.